Hey guys, how's it going? I want to give you guys a little bit more clarification on this week's assignment to make sure you guys are doing kind of what I expected because I was really looking for a map timeline of this journey. I gave you guys a reading, look like this. So here's a version of it, and it doesn't need to be the full size of the United States because that's not how far they traveled. What I did is I just printed out a map like this, and if this is all you have available, you could do this and just print out the outline and put the map information in there, or you could, trace it on like line. I mean, anything you have available. Okay, I would assume you guys have some kind of writing utensil and a piece of paper, but I do want it to be a visual assignment. So it should look like a map, but it's going to be a type of timeline as these guys were traveling. But I took this and then created a final draft. I would have taken a better piece of paper. My son stepped on it, which is awesome. But I started by just tracing in, and this isn't even perfect. I just used a piece of pencil, or a pencil. And I first started with the river systems. So I started with the Mississippi River right here, which is where they start this journey right here in the confluence or the joining of the Mississippi and the Missouri. And I haven't even labeled those yet. I just started there. I have briefly began what we call the Continental Divide or the Rocky Mountains that they had to negotiate, which everybody should have points within there for sure. I went through a lot of hardship going through the mountains. And then the Columbia River, which is halfway through Washington. And even notice, my Washington needs to be fixed. My Puget Sound is not very accurate, but I did it in pencil, so I can erase it, and I will actually do that. And then I would start plotting the points, or I would do those on a separate sheet of paper that doesn't need to look as good, but take your time on this stuff. I've been noticing that students I don't think you guys are doing the readings and you're just trying to answer some of the questions. Some of the answers from the last assignment were, I would say, borderline kind of absurd. The 4 countries that were competing to lay claim to the Pacific Northwest and basically what is now half the United States, okay, are Spain, England, of course, the United States, Robert Gray, which is why we are America today, and Lewis and Clark. And then number 4, which I don't know why people weren't finding this, but it is France. And we buy this huge chunk of land from France. But we have names in northern Idaho and eastern Washington like Coeur d'Alene and Pend d'Oreille. And if you look at those are incredibly hard to spell because they are French and were named after French fur traders when they came through. But if you have any other questions or clarifications you guys want made about this week's assignment, just let me know. And remember, I'm been checking stuff on Mondays, and just take a screenshot of it. And I plan to have some type of activity next week, where we will address the content of this and move into some new stuff for the most part about Native Americans. So I will talk to you guys soon.